So Harrison told his dad about the situation, and his dad was furious. Harrison's dad got in contact with Victor Weiss to come over to the dorm for negotiations.
I would like to offer 58 grand to allow my children and my son's boyfriend.
Servant?
Oh, sorry. My son's servant to play lead roles in your movie.
That sounds like a generous offer, Mr. Hitomi, but I'm going to have to decline.
I think you're making a big mistake. My children are more than qualified than the actors you have selected. They are of Japanese descent and have the blood of my family's samurai clan.
That's great, but they should have done a better job at the audition.
We've seen the audition tapes. They did an amazing job.
Not amazing enough. They were played a little too Asian.
What you mean to Asian?
My audience is just looking for something more white. All of Hollywood's looking for something more white. You really think I'd cast two Ching Chongs in my movie?
Nani?
Harrison, calm down. 子供たち、私と私たちのゲストにプライバシーを与えてください。
はい。Can you believe that guy? I can't believe he called us Ching Chongs.
Harrison, I'm gonna be honest, I'm just as shocked as you.
What was that?
Oh my gosh, that was Victor!
Let's go.
Calm down.
Victor, what happened?
This monster attacked me.
How dare you say that about my family?
I'll make sure your family never gets a job in Hollywood again.
死んじまえバカ野郎
It's okay, Oto-san. Calm down. We don't want to work for a racist jerk like that anyways.
お父さん
はい、浜子ちゃん。
Is this the first time our family dealt with racism?
Hamako-chan.
Harrison, it's okay. I've been wanting to tell you this story for a long time.
I think I should leave.
No. Right. Sit down. I want this whole world to know the story. Harrison, do you remember your great uncle Kai?
Yeah, when I was like 3, but I didn't get to know him too well.
Well, he was an American Japanese, like the both of you, during World War II.
So you're saying...
Yes, he was a victim of the internment camp that Americans used during World War II. On December 17th, 1941, Kai Hitomi shared in the horror of what many Japanese Americans endured after the bombing of Pearl Harbor. This caused a lot of Japanese families to be alienated from their own country. Before the bombing of Pearl Harbor, Kai was a wealthy man. Like all members of the Hitomi family, that all changed when Japanese racism rose in the country. People were blaming Japanese Americans as traitors. Kai's valuables were confiscated by the FBI. His father was beaten and arrested without trial. It was only a matter of time till Kai and his family was taken to a Japanese internment camp in Arizona, where they endured harsh conditions. In the fall of 1945, after the war ended, Kai and his family was released. The struggles did not end there. Kai's family farm was sold and finding jobs were difficult. It took years for Kai's family to recover after the war. Kai Hitomi died when Harrison was only 3 years old from a cancer that he got from being incarcerated. So, as you can see, my children, racism is everywhere, even in our wealthy family. The best thing we can do is to keep a strong mind and show awareness, because sometimes you can fight it and sometimes you can't. That is why I had Kudaido-san record this conversation so he can show it to the world. Asian hate is too real and we need awareness.